Hey all, everyone keeps saying AI is coming for QA jobs. I've spent my whole career since 2011 in software testing, so I let it try to take mine as well. I'm not a developer, first of all, but I used AI to build the products which I've been thinking for years. For example, the ones that I'm going to mention in this video are my Chrome extension, which I built, an iOS meditation app, which I use every day now, and a full website, a complete end to end website. The first working versions among all these products were ready in days. Then I asked AI to do the one part of my job I know best, that is to test everything end to end before release. That was the prompt I asked AI. That's where it fell apart. Building took days, actually, but shipping took 4 months, even more than that. Let me show you exactly what happened. My first product is a Chrome extension, as I said. It solves a problem I have had for years. We save hundreds of bookmarks, right? But we never remember them. You know, you might have saved a website for marketing, but which one? Which marketing it is? So you keep scrolling, you search folders, and eventually sometimes we give up. Nowadays we have 500 plus bookmarks. So I built my own tool. It shows my bookmark with images, so it's easy to understand and easy to remember. It finds the dead links, and here is the favorite part. You can just ask it a question like you ask a friend, hey, what was that website I saved about creating marketing images? And you know what it does? And it finds it. No folders, no scrolling. You ask like a human and it answers. It even manages my open tabs. When I'm lost in 20 tabs, nowadays, because of AI, I have a lot of tabs open. It takes me back to the right one. The first working version took 1 day for me, just 1 day. And because building was so cheap, I could not stop adding things. So I kept adding ideas for weeks. Every feature I imagined, AI just built it. My imagination came to life. Then I tried to ship it and everything changed. I used Playwright. I used automated checks. AI told me it executed over 100 test cases, which looks so good. And then it added one more line. That's where it shocked me. It said you should still run exploratory testing manually. The AI that built my product told a career tester to go test it himself, and honestly, it was right. It cannot navigate like a human. For example, give it A and it checks for B. It cannot think outside the box. It took me 4 months to test it, find bugs, and fix them. In my perspective, that's failure number one. But it's a small tool, right? Surely the app goes better over a period of time, but it's just a Chrome extension. But my second product is personal. It's a meditation app. I call it Cave. Last year during meditation, I kept wondering what happens inside my body, when I meditate. What happens to my breath, my heart rate? Does anything actually change? This year, I had no excuse left, so I built the app. And on the screen, it looked beautiful. I got the timer, sounds, sessions running on my real iPhone, using my Apple Watch to get the biometric data. AI said testing was done. Okay, all green. Then I actually used it. When I started using it, I could see there are text overlaps on the screen and the meditation bell ringing twice on top of the previous bell, and background sounds breaking the silence. In a meditation app, think about that. If somebody's meditating and you get this sort of annoying disturbance, so AI added the sound which where it's not required, but AI cannot hear the sound as well. It cannot feel what a human feels 2 minutes into meditation. It cannot test accessibility like a real accessibility user. If someone hits that broken audio at 2 a.m. After my product goes live, mid meditation, I lose them forever, isn't it? And I would never know why. This is the one product I could not ship without months of testing. So Cave is still not live today. And my third product, that's interesting. So far, it's two products, two walls. The last one is the funny one. My final product is a website. Here's why I built it. People who talk to AI clearly get amazing results, right? People who don't get garbage. Prompting is a skill nowadays, so everyone knows. So I built PromptGym, a place to practice your prompts and get them scored. And yes, you can see the irony. I built a website that teaches clear prompting because clarity turned out to be the whole game. When my requirements were crystal clear, AI delivered it. When they were vague, it assumed. That's the difference. And every assumption cost me hours of debugging. Even this website, I tested end to end myself before release because my name is on it, right? So my reputation is the risk. Now, let's talk about the number I say, like why it took 4 months. You might be thinking, 4 months to test a bookmark extension? See, I'm a solo developer. Okay. So let me show you the actual the recipe, the problems. Okay. Number one is manual exploratory testing, which something AI cannot do. You have to do it by yourself. And if you find a bug, you have to report it, you have to fix it, and you have to retest it. Okay. And you have to test it on different devices, different browsers. And you have to do edge cases AI never imagined. And every time my prompt was vague, for example, AI assumes it and it messes up my code even further. And I paid for every assumption in hours. So building was days in this case. Knowing it was the right product or not, that was the 4 months that I spent. And we have to do it anyways. We cannot take the risk of our customers using the wrong product. Here is the verdict. AI collapsed the cost of building, which is true. That part is real. Whatever is in my mind, I can bring it to life in days, but it did not collapse the cost of knowing it's right. After a whole career in QA, that judgment is still mine. That's not the job dying, that's the job becoming the one part you cannot hand off. At least for now. If you want the exact setup I used to build all three products, that's the next video. Subscribe so you don't miss it.